I want you to listen to this speech of Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso president, and tell me what you think. And the question that I'm going to leave with you is, do you think African countries can unite? Do you think African leaders, they are looking forward for unity? Because personally, I don't see if these African leaders, they are coming up or they are calling for unity. All I see is everyone fighting for his country. But let's watch this video and then we go react on it.
Of course, we launched the idea, by the way, which is not well appreciated by some in ECOWAS. So you must have seen the images from some conferences where they don't agree that we can federate. Well, people need to understand that in scattered ranks, it's going to be difficult. We are going to fight, but Africa needs to be able to unite. And the more united we are, the more effective we are. We are currently evaluating a lot of things with Mali, especially in the economic sphere. On the defense side, we already have agreements. Those are already sealed.
Malians came to us. It's the same army. In fact, we do everything together. We train together. We fight together on land, in the air. Everything is going well. And in the economic sphere, we are also currently reflecting. We have a lot of common trade flows to strengthen. So there are a lot of parameters to take into account. We cannot rule out to another state will federate with us. So the process is ongoing, and the sooner it comes, the better. So if there are other states that are interested, for sure, we will move closer to Guinea. And if others are interested, we need to unite more. It's what the young people are demanding. This is Ibrahim Traore, the best president we have right now in Africa, the best young president we have. And we are calling for youths to take over, because as far as people are saying youths cannot see far, that an old man can see far while sitting and youth cannot see far while even standing on top of a roof, I think it's high time we do away with those parables, because it's we see that youths can do something good, and we can see, for example, of Ibrahim Traore. Now, in this video, Ibrahim Traore has called for unity, and that's what the youths want. That's what he has said. He is calling for unity of African countries. There is something they did between Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, and ECOWAS was not happy with it. And it was something that will benefit Africa. It was something that will benefit their countries, will benefit Mali, will benefit Burkina Faso, will benefit Niger. For example, sending away of France, ECOWAS was not happy with it, and that's why I said these unions are tools used by the white supremacy. Now, in terms of unity, do you think or do you see African countries uniting? Because I asked a question to some fellow in Kenya, asking them what do they think about one currency, one president, one, and they were like, damn, it's good but cannot happen. It's good, but it's very rare to happen, because even personally, I feel that will take a lot of time, will take a lot of education, will take a lot of blood, so that African countries can unite and be a one country Africa, and be having one military, one president, and all sort of. Simply because right now, countries are fighting to divide South Sudan from Sudan. Ethiopia, North Ethiopia, South Ethiopia, I think, everyone is fighting to own their own country. You see, in Kenya, we had Mombasa, Sio Kenya, where Mombasa people want to have their own country. So if we are calling for unity, calling for one Africa, and yet there's some countries they want to divide and go away, it's hard. Fuck. Nani? Ingia ufunge. Nasema ingia ufunge. So it's hard for all of Africa, like you took Chad, take Central Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, all of them to combine to be one Africa, and yet even a one country cannot hold the election to choose a president in a peaceful way. So what can happen if this thing is for all Africa? But we can take this on another angle of unity, when all African presidents can be or can talk one language, like they can sit down and decide on one thing, decide to send foreign troops out of Africa. They can decide to do away with loans. They can decide to, a lot of things they can decide to do when they are united. They can decide not to deal direct with the merchants, the foreigners. Like, they can have their own organization and to have this strong spirit, to have these strong decisions, to have this bold, to be bold and to make Africa look strong. They can decide that. That's the kind of unity we are talking about. We are not calling about one Africa right now, but when we have unity as Africa, when Nigeria can support Burkina Faso, Ghana can support Ivory Coast, their decisions, Rwanda and Congo, they can support each other. When we have that, that is a step number one in coming of one Africa. So when we reach the point of having one currency, one president, we can be there because this is baby steps we are making here. So when a Rwandan president and Congo president and when Rwanda as a country and Congo as a country, when they support each other and talk in one language, Burundi, Central Africa, Uganda, Kenya, when they are supporting each other, talk in one language and say no to imperialism, say no to neo-colonization, say no to this foreign cooperation like IMF and World Bank, that is baby steps that we will be taking so that to embrace the oneness of Africa. And that's why Ibrahim Traore has said that we need unity as African countries, and even Pan-Africans are calling for unity. United Africa can be very strong and can defeat a lot of these foreigners who are coming to steal from us, who are coming to loot from us, who are coming to exploit us. Because if we are united as African countries, if Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, East Africa is united, we cannot be disturbed by such things like Kenya or Uganda is saying no to LGBTQ, but Kenya is saying yes. So we are not speaking one language because one is a puppet and one is standing for the culture of Africa. If we are united, we'll support the culture of Africa. If we are united, we'll support the one language. If we are united, we'll support one currency if time comes. But if we are united economically, we'll grow because we will not be affected by the price fluctuation or fluctuation of price that is being put there by the white supremacy, because we are not getting enough profit from our resources because we are not the one who are controlling the prices. We are not getting enough profit from our gold because they are taking 90% and giving us 10%. And these leaders who are puppets are the ones supporting. These leaders who are puppets are the one who are making this deal to go through. And that's why Burkina Faso, when Ibrahim Traoré took power, the first thing he did was to put the first gold reserve bank in Burkina Faso, something that was not there. He said what? Let us deal with culture. Students will go to school with the culture attire. He based on agriculture because the country has to be grown. So the country has to be grown by people have to eat. Food is everything, and that's why you see World Health Organization. You see these big people. They want to control the productivity of food in Africa because when they take care of food, they will take care of you. If they conquer the food sector, they conquer the country. So Ibrahim Traoré is doing what he's doing to put the country in check. But Ivory Coast and other neighbors of Burkina Faso, they are not united with Burkina Faso. They are not supporting the agenda. So France is using Ivory Coast to put their military base there, so that they attack that are coming to Burkina Faso, they are not coming from France direct. The attack is coming from neighboring countries of Africa. But if we are united, if the African countries is united, that means if France approach Ivory Coast and tell them we want to have a military base here, they will say no. Burkina Faso saying no to you. Us as Cote d'Ivoire, we are saying no to you, so you have to go. Talking with one language. That's the kind of unity we need. It's baby steps we need so that we can conquer the world. Because the more we lack unity, the more we are going down. For example, Joe Biden came to Africa and he approached some countries to take their military to Haiti, but the countries say no. But one of the president, who is the puppet, who is William Ruto, said yes, and he took the military to Haiti. But if we could speak one language, each and every African countries could say no. That's a stand, and that's a respect. And once we gain respect as Africa, we will get what belongs to us. Once we gain respect as Africa, our resources will come back to us. Our Africa will be our Africa. They don't respect us, and that's why they are playing us, carrying us in a certain way in a cage, like all 54 states of Africa just being put somewhere together and be controlled with a stick, using this AU, ECOWAS, SADC, and East African community as the tool, as a herdsman. But we need to be united. For example, is the Sahel or Sahel. For example, it's Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. When they united together, they are dealing with their issues. They are looking for new friends. That's Russia. They are creating their own staffs. For example, Mali just announced they are the first country in Africa to be debt-free. They don't have any loan because they have used their resources. They have used their taxes to pay back the loan from IMF and World Bank. And that is the spirit of unity. That is the results of unity. When Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger united, they came up with, they're just doing great. Because they are making decisions on their own without any foreign influence. Without any influence from the West. They are making their own decision. They are making their own laws. They are making their own profit. They are controlling their own resources. That's what we need to do. But lack of unity has made Congo to go in war because maybe Rwanda is not supporting them. Rwanda is supporting the intruder. Maybe Uganda is not supporting Congo. Uganda maybe is supporting, the intruder. Everything that's happening bad with these countries, Sudan and every countries that are facing wars and these issues is because of lack of unity. Lack of unity. But if we are united as Africa, we will be great. The Westerners are getting loopholes in our countries because some countries, this country want to be a puppet. That one is strong, you cannot pass there. That one want to be a puppet to the West. This president is going to China, is going to USA. This one don't want to go. And, they are getting loopholes in these countries and making everything in Africa to scatter, making disasters in Africa, conflicts. The house that is united is very strong. Even neighbors cannot say something on the last-born, first-born. They will come together and face the situation, all of them. But a house that is not united has a lot of problems. And Africa is like our house. It's our motherland, and we need to take care of it. And take care of it, its first thing is unity of these African countries. That's what we need to do. And that's why Ibrahim Traore is calling for this unity. And that's why I, as Kenyan Beast, I'm calling for the unity of the youths of Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa. Youths, they need to be united. As you were united by Igonga on Telegram and, this past few weeks, Africa was united by one man, Igonga. Like, we need to be united like that. Yeah, I imagine being in Ghana and I'm here in Kenya and someone from Ghana is telling me, "Hey brother, share me that videos, bro." And I'm like, "Yeah, I have it, I can share," because of unity. Someone in South Africa told me, "Hey, do you have Igonga something?" Yeah, I have it, I can share. We are sharing Igonga videos all over Africa, but we cannot share the fact that We need to be united for a positive fact. We need to be united to say no to imperialism, say no to neo-colonization, say no to white supremacy. We need to be united as youths so that we can vote out corrupt leaders. If we vote corrupt leaders out in Kenya and we go on the street, we say no to corruption, Ghanaian people will see it and say, yeah, Kenya is doing it, so we can do it. Uganda people will say, hey, Banangi, Kenya is doing it, we can do it, we can go to the street. And they go, because that spirit, the spirit of seeing the youths of Kenya doing this, and wow, Uganda, we have been having this president for a long time, we can go to the street and say no to these corrupt leaders. And Nigeria, they can say, yeah, Tinubu, you are just sleeping there. And they can go to the street and say no. We can use these social medias like Facebook, TikTok, and we call for peace, unity, and everything. United Africa is a mighty Africa. That's what I'm gonna say. And I give thanks to Ibrahim Traore for just standing and saying, you know what? We are the people and we are the one who need to do these things, and we are the youth that we are supposed to do. No one else. Okay? Tell me what you think on the comment section. Do you think Africa can be united anytime soon? Or do you think unity can bring a lot of success in Africa? Just tell me on the comment section what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and like on my YouTube channel. I am the Kenyan Beast. Until next video, peace be with you.